Okay, this, I wanted to finish off the process of starting with a raw document and getting it printed. We did printing it in paperback, and now I'm talking about the final step, which is printing it in a hardcover. Now, the interior of the book is essentially what you already did in the paperback, which makes life easier because all you're going to do is take the PDF that you loaded up for KDP, and that takes care of your inside. The outside you have to manipulate a bit because obviously there's a bit of a wrap with the cover, and it can be tricky to get it lined up correctly. Now, because I've already done Roisin and Studio into hardcover, I'm going to actually do one uh, this book, which is only in paper. It's an ebook and paperback, but I'm going to convert it into a hardcover so I have it. So we're going to start with um, um, we're doing this through Lulu. Okay, so there we are. There's Lulu. I've signed in. Products, pricing, create. I'm creating a print book. Pretty straightforward. Start your print book. And I should note there are other places you presumably can do this. I just use Lulu. So filling in these things here, it's English. Um, as I know, no, it's not Middle English. Okay, so category, it's fiction. Just bear with me for a second, get through this, boom. And design your project. Okay, so interior, which is simply going to upload the PDF, which is right here. Remember, you put it where you know where it is. I put it in documents because it's easier to use it that way. Um, it's uploading the file. Um, I don't understand that message. So there's not much I can say about it. Book specs. Now, book size, page count, 348. I want it to be black and white standard. Okay. I want it to be cream paper. And these are your choices. Book binding, I want it to be a hardcover. And cover finish, a matte cover. Print cost, uptake. This is where it gets tricky. Okay. You take a look here, and this is where you have to take out a pen. Just write this information down because this is what you're going to need for when you go to Canva to do the cover. It tells you your dimensions for the cover. That line um, of remember it's 6 by 9 in the text, so it's let's say 14.813 by 10.75, and I'm looking at this right here. Um, okay, so we have that up. So let's go over to Canva. So again, I've already opened this to make life easier. Because I've done the paperback, I have the cover for the hardcover, but the cover is not the right size. So what I need to do is um, here's the cover that I did for the KDP paperback. Okay, there we have it. Boom. Now, what the first thing I need to do is fix the dimensions. And I've been told it's 14.813 or 14.2. So 14.813, 14.82, and 10.75. Copy and resize, and let's take what it looks like. It'll be tricky getting this done. Why? Because that's the size, but some of this is going to be wrapped around. So what you need to do is start um, adjusting the picture. Okay, the picture is there. And this takes a little bit of experimenting. No, I'll get this thing over here. Again, there we are. Okay. I'm not quite sure where it's going to go. Hmm. We know it's going to be cut off at the bottom. So, yeah, definitely not going to work. There we are. Okay. Let's see. We're going to be experimenting here. This is full size, what it looks like. And it looks like a mess. Um, the picture within. Bring that down a little. What to do about that? Try to give it margin here. So let me just take that, download it PDF, and we'll see what happens. Downloads. Copy of coming. Okay, so there we have it. Going to the download folder, so I can move over to Lulu. There. Upload the file, and it's in downloads. Copy of copy. Okay. And now here we go. Okay. Here's the preview. You see it's a mess. Okay, but that's the issue. You now have a sense of what's going on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause. This is okay. This is the margin. Okay. So this is the wrap. So basically it has to be within the wrap, and you can see it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on hold. I'm going to play with it and see what I can make of it. Um, um, I'm going to put it on hold. Okay, I'm back. What did I do while I was gone? I I used Canva to edit down, move things around, comparing here to there to what to do. I think that's a little big, so let me do one more thing. It doesn't take that very long, so let me just do this. Make this a couple of clicks smaller. Okay, and then let's move it over just, let's move it because it's a box. I can move it like that. Okay, now this is pretty quick in terms of doing it, so I'm just going to show you. Download it to PDF print, download. And unlike KDP, where you're going back, you end up having to exit and do this other stuff. They're actually Lulu is pretty convenient here. All you need to do is go back. You can see how many times I've edited it, it's and checked it and gone. Okay, that's just since I started. File download, normalizing. Okay, and then you go down. Here's what it looks like. Again, get rid of the margins here. You know, it's a editorial judgment as to whether the print is too big. I think it is a little too big, so let me do one more download of it, one more reduction. Let me move it a tiny bit over again. And again, this is how easy it is to do the editing. Okay, take that line. Save it again, download PDF, print, download, boom, it's downloaded, create. Again, you're on the same page here with Lulu, so should be here. Okay, should be it. Now they have these templates and creative, yeah, because I've done the covers already elsewhere. Um, um, so this is what the cover will look like. Um, a lot of this is just your perspective and whether it works for you. In fact, I'm going to do one more thing. Sorry. Back and forth. Okay, this is it. Okay, so download PDF, print, download. And while it's doing that, I can just simply go back here, come in. There it is. Margins. That's not so bad. Okay. It's one of the things it's going to go over here, and I don't know. I want to make sure I do that, so that I don't have any gap on the cover. That's the issue here. If I do this tiny bit, let me just take this leap. The final thing. I keep saying that. I'm sorry. Okay. You can to Lulu go up. I just don't want a stripe to be on the cover. See, loading. There we go. Okay. Margin. Boom. That's gonna be tight. Is it worth the chance? Probably. I could move this over a little bit more, but I can move this up a little bit, which I'll do. Just take a second, so just bear with me. Nope. I'll leave that there. Ooh, download. Download, and this will be the last one. Okay, I think we have to accept the reality of this being as good as I'm going to get it. You can see how quickly you can do this turnaround, so it's not that big a deal. Loading it. Take rid of the margins. I'm good with this. So review book. Then you just confirm. Print cost you will be $15.46. So it'll cost you about $20 to confirm. I don't know what's going on here. It's nearly complete. Edit cart. What's going on here? Edit cart. And review. Download file. Boom. I don't know why it's not letting me go to the next step. Let me just let's hit revise there. Okay. Cover, review book. I got that. This is where I was. Now I'm going to have to put this on hold because I'm not sure why it's not letting me do the next step. Let me pause this for now. Okay, I figured out where I went in this. When I was creating the Lulu hardcover, I checked that it was for private sale only. So you never got to that stage of copyright and ISBN. So you may have seen at the end there, and I can't really show you because I've gone through it again, but you add it to your cart, you order it, your own little copy. You can order as many as you want, and then you'll pay the cost of production and the cost of shipping, and you'll have your paperback, your hardcover version. It's a little trickier with respect to selling it through the Lulu store, and that's in part because Lulu, you can either have your own ISBN or Lulu can assign you an ISBN, and you have to then get that ISBN in the book itself. On the copyright page in the book. And then you have to also put you have to, when you're in Canva, you have to make a spot for it. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about there. Okay, so this is when I said I wanted to distribute it. I came here and it comes with use a free ISBN. Now it gives me this thing, which I then have to download and put in my Canva document, and the Canva document goes in. Okay, so this was what I had to do was create a white block for where I will then download the ISBN. I'm not going to do that here. That's a little bit tricky, but I may try it. So just checking this here. Yeah, this is I copied that as an upload, and then I took the upload and I put it onto the back. And I'll do that as a separate thing for coming to terms. But I think it's a little tricky, and I kind of want to end this before we get too far carried away on that. So let me just. So basically, we're in the position of stop the share. In the position of how you get your hardcover for your keepsake. And I'll finish it off with the only two changes being getting the ISBN in the text of the book, from the PDF that you upload, and getting the ISBN in a barcode on the back cover. So that ends it for this. As always, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you later.